Today I'm going to conclude the Run a Faster Mile in Your 30s series by giving you a few workouts that are going to help you run a mile under 6 minutes. Maybe you've committed to a summer of speed where you want to be able to improve your marathon or your 5K pace, or you just want to find out where you are in terms of the overall mile fitness. Well, I've got you covered with 5 different workouts that are going to help you with that. So let's jump right into it. The first type of workout you're going to need is going to be your general speed. Think about the type of speed that you would use if you were being chased if you were playing tag, or the type of speed that you needed once you got the notification that the Alpha Flies were available from Nike. One of my go-to workouts is 8 to 12 by 200 meters at mile pace or faster with a 200-meter jog in between, or you can take like 1 to 2 minutes break. The goal here though is to run each of these at 45 seconds or better. The beauty of this particular type of workout is it is flexible. So if you don't have access to a track right now, you can use the dirt, road, grass. I've done it in all sorts of surfaces, and it's not so long that your body's gonna be too beat up when you run at that particular type of speed. I'm a big believer of beginning with the end in mind, and so I think about this workout in the context of how I want to end a mile race, and so I do this type of workout throughout the entire season. Next, we have the mile pace workout. This is the workout that you do in order to get familiar with the exact pace that you're going to need for your race. You put this up against your general speed where you're going faster than your mile pace. Your mile pace is going to be your goal pace. My go-to workout is 8 to 10 by 400 meters at just slightly faster than my goal mile pace. And so for us that are trying to go under 6 minutes for the mile, you want to be aiming for about 128 to 129 per quarter mile, which would take you like 1 lap around the track, or a quarter mile if you're out on the road. A couple of keys for this particular workout. One, you want to make sure you're getting a proper warm-up, drills, and strides, and a cool down afterwards. Because you've worked your body up, you want to put yourself in the best position possible to get the maximum out of this workout. And so you want to be pretty spun up and ready to run fast at the beginning of this workout. Another thing, don't necessarily try to blast every single rep, because the goal of this is not to run your absolute fastest, it's to consistently run the goal pace that you're going to need. The other thing is, with only having a 1 to 2 minutes break, that's not a lot of time. And so what you really want to do when you're doing this particular type of workout is monitor your rest to see how you're feeling after doing these reps. Now, if you attempted this perhaps early in the season, it might be difficult. So you might have to take the longer end of the rest. But as the season progresses, you should be able to work down into that minute type of break. Don't be a workout warrior and save your best effort for race day or time trial. Now for the long run, the overall goal is to be able to increase your stamina over a longer period of time and develop the resilience you're going to need later on in the season when it comes to doing harder type efforts. For my marathoners, you already know what the deal is, but for those of you who are newer to running or just maybe need someone to break it down to you in a little bit a different way, by being able to extend the amount of time that you're running, when it comes to running shorter type efforts, you're just gonna have more overall endurance. And the mile is a part endurance race. And so it definitely does not serve you to not include this. My go-to workout for the long run is gonna be a 60 to 90 minute progressive run, starting out probably somewhere in like the 10-minute type of range, and then work my way down to 8 minutes. The goal here is just to get the time on my feet, and there's something magical that happens at 90 minutes, and so if you can work your way up to that, perfect. Once you start banging out 8, 9, 10 miles in a single session, running one single mile just doesn't seem as daunting. Don't get me wrong, the mile is still tough, but once you have that type of confidence, now you're gonna be able to walk into that workout and walk out of that overall effort feeling a little bit more confident. Now for the long run, I'm doing it pretty much up until 2 weeks out from my overall goal rate. I've got a full episode dedicated to the long run. I'll link it above if you want to check that out. Next, we have easy/recovery running. The goal here is to get the most time on your feet using the least amount of effort to gain the maximum stamina while allowing your body to recover to get to the next workout. It's really that simple. We make easy running so hard because we want to force progress, but really if you're doing easy running right, and you have an overall plan or a series of workouts where you're running harder, you want that easier day. Now, if you just feel like you have to insert some sort of speed in here, this is where I think you can actually go to another level of general speed and insert some strides or some hill sprints. And you can do these for anywhere between 15 to 20 seconds when it comes to the strides, and then hill sprints, maybe like 10 seconds. This allows you to work on like pretty much the sharpest edge of your overall speed that you can, and it gives you a little bit something extra to add on to your easier day. Next, we have threshold/tempo training. If easy running is the flower and speed is gonna be your sugar. This pretty much is your eggs. This is the thing that's gonna bind everything together and make you as complete a runner as you can possibly be. The goal here is to get as close as possible to about the time that you could run if you were running at your maximum effort for an hour. There's a lot of debate in terms of what the exact percentage is. I tend to just go kind of with Jack Daniels here and figure that, 20-minute tempo is a 20-minute tempo. As I've gotten older and I've just got used to more the type of workouts that I like to do, I actually prefer more like tempo intervals. So we're talking about like 3 to 4 by 1 mile, anywhere between like 6:30 and 6:45 type per mile pace. Or if I want to break that down into like Ks, so like 5 or 6, and I want to be going like around like 4 to 4:10 pace. Break it up how you like to, but one of the key differences for me in terms of where I saw some of the larger improvements in my overall mile pace was the insertion of the tempo type efforts. And you don't need to change the pace much throughout the season unless you have a race that dictates that you do. And so this is a workout that I go to throughout the season, particularly during the middle part as I transition from kind of like general fitness over to a specific type effort. It's been my privilege putting together this series for you each week, having something to look forward to by making these videos and being able to talk you through the comments. It's been an awesome opportunity. I thought that by putting together a series like this, I could help you navigate through what I had to stumble through so much when it came to just improving my mile and just frankly just finding someone that sounded like me, maybe shared some of the values that I did. Well, this is going to wrap up the series, and so I will see you next time. Jordan Thomas, peace.